I can hear
It
you.
does work fine.
I can hear him typing, but he's not speaking. I don't think
I can hear him.
you can hear him.
That's weird. Okay, I'm getting this thing. This is on my computer saying this is an unclaimed account. Claim it now before it's lost.
It's all right.
Then that's not important. Okay.
I mean, it is important, but we don't have to worry about it now.
Okay, cool.
Ian, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Attempt to survive.
Okay. Zach, instead of muting yourself, there is a push to talk option. I don't know if you want to take advantage of that or not. You are muted, by the way.
It's going to be an interesting campaign.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
Can you minus the tilde? Clint, can you hook my token up with those?
Yep.
I gotta say that is I wanted to say this for a little while now. That is one of the more badass pictures of Strahd I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. I've been wanting to put that out there for a while.
Yeah.
So we got Jack Ransom.
This is what I got.
Do me a favor.
What are you missing? I can manually add what you have missing.
Just do the spells. What, are you going to use the macro, the button menu?
Yep.
Yeah, just give me spells. That's all I need.
Deselect your token and reselect it. You should have them.
Sweet. No, they're here. They popped up without even the reselection. Although all I'm getting are my cantrips.
Huh.
Oh, because they have to be selected as prepared.
Might be it. Okay. Zach, can you hear us? Okay. Excellent. I think we're going to get started. Anyone else have any issues they want to deal with before we begin?
I don't think so.
Just another. Well, no, you know what? I can figure it out as we go. I think I just have to make him do a long rest to restore his spells or what have you.
There, I gave you a rest button. Mwahaha, take that. Anyway. Okay, so the party knows each other, but let's go ahead and begin with Aaron. Describe your character. What's your class? What's your race? Go ahead.
Ander Rosehaven, 3'1", about 41 pounds. So tall for a halfling. Very dramatic sideburns, light brown hair, hazel eyes, kind of ruddy skin. I'm someone who's traveled a lot. He has several scars that he doesn't often talk about. A rogue, very quiet, very stealthy, will almost never rush into a situation.
How's your appearance?
I'm sorry?
How's your appearance, your face and garb?
Usually wear common garb. I do have fine clothes for special occasions. A very open, very kind of a round face, ruddy complexion, always have a ready smile. But my eyes, sometimes there's a past there, a little haunted at times. There you go. And yes, I can balance a dagger on my fingertip.
Excellent. Okay, Ian, let's go with you next.
Okay. I'm Jack Ransom, actor extraordinaire. Like many actors, I'm trained in many other skills, such as playing the lute or various forms of guitar, so on and so forth, knife juggling, irregular ball juggling, fire juggling. I had to do a lot of juggling. But I used to be very, very rich, from my career, but I am not any longer. However, I still have a rich man's taste, which often gets me into trouble. The reason I used to be very rich but not any longer is I committed a crime in a far-off city for which I was wanted across many different countries for quite a while. I went to seclusion for a brief time, and by brief I mean like 2 or 3 years, where I pretended to be a backwoods medicine man, tending wounds and ministering to the ministering faith to the faithless, as a form of disguise, and also my greatest role ever. But it's not Jake's ransom, damn you. I basically faked knowing about religion and medicine long enough that I actually started to learn a little bit about it. By the end, but I decided to come out. I just got sick and tired of living, out in the boonies, and decided to come back to, public life under the nom de plume Jack Ransom. Clothing that I wear is typically very refined, though I do carry all sorts of clothing with me anywhere and everywhere I go, because I am a big fan of disguises.
Excellent. All right, Sean, you're next.
Okay, so I haven't completely finished fleshing it out. It's been kind of time pressure. Let me open it up real quick. Sorry. Character sheet. Okay. So, I'm a half-elf sorcerer named Shannon LaFin. Sage by profession, but one day I was researching some tomes that perhaps I shouldn't have been, but I'm driven by a thirst for knowledge, and I just love mysteries, and I just couldn't help reading this, and suddenly whisked off to this little subdimension. The Archfey, at least that's what I think it was. I couldn't exactly see it. It said it pretty much offered me powers in exchange for whatever it decides to make me do every so often. And so I just came into these powers recently. I'm still coming into my own. And, at that point I thought, well, maybe it's not safe to stay in the library anymore, and maybe I should go out and practice these powers. So I heard about this job as wolves, and I figured, well, wolves, that's not so big a deal, right? So here I am. Let's see. What else is there? Beware that sometimes I do prefer the complicated solutions to the obvious ones, so you guys may need to keep me in check on that. And yeah, don't mind some of the books that I'm carrying. There's nothing odd going on there. Just don't worry about that.
Excellent.
And yeah. What else? Did I miss anything?
You're saying we shouldn't worry about Grimthorpe's Guide to World Domination?
No, it's a children's book. Don't worry about it.
Cool. All right.
It's fine.
All right. Zach, let's hear yours.
The name's Galdor. I come from the greatest city of Waterdeep, where I spent plenty of ages going around beating people up, doing what dwarves do best. But I eventually left. I spent some time on the Asaveris channel doing what pirates could do. We fought many a kraken on my great ship named this Bearded Minnow. Actually, it wasn't my ship. But anyways, the kraken stories for another time. I have one of those big, really unkempt beards, for the most part. But then as it goes down to my stomach, it's actually comes to like a point that's braided around. So for the most part, it's unkempt. And if you ever get a chance to look under my beard, I have a key that I've had with me since my first adventure in the city. I'm basically, I'm like your prototypical dwarf. I'm the same height as everybody else. I have dark red, reddish brown hair. I don't take too much shit, and I like to deal some shit out. But for the most part, I'm a pretty chill dwarf.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Do you
So,
know what the key does? Does it do anything? Or is that a little personal?
Oh no.
that reminds
Mystery. I
me.
like that.
I need to have everybody roll a D100.
Okay. So,
If my rolls are going to be high tonight, it's a good start.
Excellent. Okay, so
probably.
We're going to have to roll my
Is this Is this a percent chance we're going to die in the first session?
yes, anything under 100 is you'll die. So
Crap.
you have been a party for some time now. You know each other, maybe not the best, and you clearly haven't told each other all of your deepest, darkest secrets. But you have at least acknowledged that you work together pretty well as a group. So you've been traveling the countryside looking for work, as all adventurers are wont to do. They are in it for the glory, for the money, for whatever, and they have found a quest that they think they can handle. So you are headed to the town of Afton. It's a small town, not many people, that has been plagued by wolves. And from what you have heard on the way, is not much. You just know that wolves are causing problems and people are dying. And so that is where we begin. I'll show you the region. Let me know when that loads for you, and I'll ping you guys.
I still just see the background image.
Oh, that would be because I haven't moved the players. Oh, and guys,
First you got to find the wolves before you can persuade them to do anything.
try and keep in character in voice chat, but feel free to make jokes in, the Roll20 chat.
Can we make in character jokes in voice?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're in character, I don't see why not.
In character, everything is good for voice chat.
Awesome.
So anyway, this is along the Sword Coast. We are just south of Waterdeep. You guys have just passed through Daggerford, and you are traveling towards the village of Afton. You guys know that it is south, and it takes you a few days, and you take a few minor shortcuts that didn't turn out to be shortcuts. You eventually find your way to where Afton is here, just on the outskirts of the Misty Forest. And that is where we are in the world. Here, you are arriving into the town of Afton.
Ah, how quaint.
You arrive from the west trail, going east as you head into town. Give me a marching order, people.
I believe I will stay towards the rear. I'm not exactly suited for hand-to-hand combat.
I'll ride on the dwarf's shoulders. We will appear as tall as a human.
Yeah, we're in the front.
All right.
Is this the sort of village that would be racist against non-humans?
You do not know. Okay.
I hope they take your ruse of height in a positive manner.
So, you head
I'll
on.
side by side with the dwarf.
You're heading on your way into town, and just as you get to this spot, you run into a young man in his mid-20s. He's armed with loose-fitting leather armor and a rusty but still serviceable sword. And
Oh, see, where are the tokens? I'm sorry.
there is no tokens right now.
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. So we are right here. That'd help if I had a slide section. We are right here. And this young man, he perks up as he sees you guys come, and he's like, "Oh there! Are you adventurers?
Aye, that we are.
Thank
What-
goodness. We've been waiting for someone to come and help us for Weeks now. What's taking you so long?
I don't know. What's taking you so long to deal with this yourself?
We can't.
Now, hey,
There's so many of them. They charge from all sides.
Now, my friend.
Tell me where these wolves are, and locate the nearest inn for me. And here's my horse. See that she gets brushed down. Where's the mayor of this get-up?
Hey now, whoa. We don't, no. We don't do that. He's not your servant. He's a local townsman.
He needs my help. So if he wants it, and he wants it in short order, because I'm happy to do all this myself. You know what? Fine. We need the day to get settled in. I need to find the inn myself, brush down my own horse, get my own meal, hunt for my own food. I mean,
melodramatic.
It's completely fine. No, you're right. And I'm completely.
I think you all should talk to the leader
I walk up.
of town. I don't know anything about any of what you're trying to do. There is no inn here. We just have people that are willing to house people, and we don't have stables.
Inn?
No, can't you look at this place? Does it look very large to you?
No, but I mean, you don't have a common flop house or nothing?
No. Listen, go across this bridge and find the biggest house that has walls around it, and ask for Carrick Farhill. He'll take care of what you need.
I don't think this is going to work out.
Thank you, young man. We appreciate your assistance. And since you asked why it took us so long, well, some of the roads seem to be improperly marked, or at least on our map. We found some paths we thought were shortcuts, but they were not exactly. So it could be there's other adventurers out there who simply got lost along the way. We couldn't say.
Yes. We need to get a proper cartographer through these lands. These backwater bumpkins don't know their asses from their elbows. I mean, just look at this boy. He's redder than a preacher in a whorehouse just talking to us.
My companion over here apparently does not wish to be paid for his service.
I'll be paid
that's
at least
fine.
half
we don't
up front.
Have to pay anybody if you
Anyway,
want.
We thank you for your assistance. Now, everyone, let's go across the bridge and see about talking to someone who does know what's going on.
No, what? Before we talk to them, we need to have a long discussion about the three of you censoring me.
No, I don't think we do.
Well, it's a long road from here to the... Where are we going again? Completely tuned out.
Exactly. We're here where we need to be now. And you should know, as a man who's so well traveled and so well known, that not every place has the great accommodations you expect. Here's my extra blanket for warmth, and deal with it.
Well, look, I've paid my dues. I went around jungluring for these backwater hamlets, but now, I mean, the esteemed Jack Ransom won't be caught sleeping on a cot in someone's home.
Then sleep on the grass out in their backyard with the chickens.
I'm sure the chickens would appreciate the warmth.
You will get the finest accommodations available, probably. It's probably going to be someone's cot. We are not in Waterdeep. We are not in Neverwinter. Suck it up.
We're not all that far from Luskan, though, as it stands. Up Baldur's Gate, even.
Then go there. We'll take care of this.
I'm already out here. I suppose I'll just deal with it. But next time we need to send a runner ahead. Make sure there's proper accommodations in line.
We'll look into that. Don't worry.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
All right, let's head across the bridge
biggest
now
walled house.
before we spend all day arguing and end up not getting anything done.
You said the biggest walled house, I think, is here, correct? Let's say we go there.
By the description, he was referring to the middle of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so let's just head across the bridge and see what we can see. I'm sure we'll find it eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way across the bridge, and on your way, you see, the townspeople out and about. They don't seem particularly scared, but they do seem rushed. You can see them kind of walking faster than you would expect. You think it's a little strange. And on the way in, as you get to about here. You see a few dogs, a few of the local dogs that are just out and about in the front yard, and they have a wild look in their eyes. They look from side to side, and their ears are always perked, just always aware around them. And you can tell that it's as if they're on guard. They're expecting something at almost any moment.
Ever tell you guys I hate fucking dogs?
Well, my friend, I should very much hope so, because carnal relations with dogs are looked down upon almost everywhere in this land.
Oh, I'm a cat person.
My friend, there are things you share with your fellow party members, and there are things you keep to yourself. Now,
So
does anybody see the large building that we are supposed to be going to?
I gesture with my dueling cane at one of the local townsfolk that's rushing around. Who do I spot first?
you see a mid-40s human woman that's trying to make her way quickly across the this courtyard type area.
You there, woman! Stop where you are!
Ah, what? What, me?
Yes. Come over here. Post haste. Hop 2.
What do you want?
First, I want to know why everyone's in such a hurry. You're all flitting about like rabbits. You're making me damned nervous.
What? Can't you tell? The sun's gonna come down at any moment. We need to get inside.
Oh, I see. Well, that means I need to get inside too. We're actually looking for... Where are we looking for again, folks?
Well, they say there are some wolves around here. Is this correct, madame?
Yeah, but we're supposed to be going towards some sort of big house or other. Madam, where's the big house?
Yes, the place where the mayor might
And I don't
reside.
mean the prison. I mean the big house, like the biggest house here. The mayor. Direct me to your mayor. Post haste, woman.
Carrick. You're looking for Carrick.
Here.
She points to a house nearby. He lives there. You'll be bound to find him. He's probably home already. I'm
All
getting out of here.
Get
She turns
inside
around.
before you're eaten alive.
She turns around and starts jogging in the direction she was going before.
No, they certainly do look afraid of whatever's been going on around here. Interesting.
So you make your way towards the building, and you see a modest wall around this residence. It's about 8 feet tall, just cobbled stone. You can tell that it probably wouldn't last long in a real siege. Probably just less than an hour.
Is it solid enough to hold against a pack of wolves?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, then we're not too worried.
No.
So you approach, and let me answer him. Okay, you approach, and there is no one outside at the moment, but you look at the house windows, and you can see that there are lights on, and that there's someone moving inside.
I'm back on the door.
I'll be right there.
I'm paying again.
So you hear stomping and shuffling of things, and then the door opens and you see a rather wide and tall human. He's hairier than normal, but as soon as he opens the door and you see him, you can see a bright, wide smile on his face. And he says, "Well, hello there. What can I do for you?"
Greetings. You must be Kieran the mayor?
"My name is Carrick Farhill, good sir. Who are you?"
My name is Ander. This is, and I will point to everyone in turn, this is Jack, Shanann, and Galder. We are here to possibly help you with your wolf problem.
"Well, that's wonderful. Come on in."
Thank you.
Is anyone not muting? or turning off sound in Roll20?
I don't have it muted, but I don't have any kind of speaker, microphone, anything on my desktop computer.
Everything's disabled on my end.
Mine's off.
Hello? Yeah, it's coming through Aaron's speaker. Hold on. When I talk, it comes through Aaron too. I'm looking at Discord right now.
Hold on.
Aaron, what you need to do, buddy, is go to your settings on the Discord channel. It's at the bottom left. Then you go to voice. And there's an input sensitivity bar. You need to raise it a little bit so that we aren't going through. Because otherwise, whenever we speak, it's going to boom through your speakers and back into your mic.
I see the head of Jack Rabbit.
User settings, bottom left.
Yep. Then you click under user settings, you click voice. And at the bottom, you should see a vibrating bar that goes up and down when I speak. And it says input sensitivity. You want to raise that maybe 10 decibels.
What's that?
Testing. Golden. Now try speaking to see if it comes through when you speak at a reasonable volume.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Glorious.
Excellent.
All right, there we go.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, so you were maybe raise that a little more, Aaron.
All right, can do. 1/2 second here.
Yep.
All done. Okay. Aaron?
Can you still be heard? Can you speak for us, Aaron? Sing me a ditty.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
If you can't get your volume to register because we can't hear you, then you try lowering it again just a bit. You've got to find that sweet spot.
Now we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yep.
Okay. Let's try this again. Right. So
It only happens when you're speaking now. Oh, no. Aaron, what you could also do is try turning down your computer volume just a little bit. Would you be able to hear us still if you turned down your computer volume maybe 10%, 20%?
How's that?
Test.
Test. 1, 2, 3.
Test. No, we're not getting you.
I can hear you guys just fine.
Clint,
Okay.
you're the one who has the worst echo problem through Aaron's speakers. Try speaking.
testing.
Aaron, go to the Discord window. Right-click DeBoss. You should see an option that says user volume. Scale it down to about 75%.
How's that?
Testing.
I can hear you guys just fine.
Yes, that's not the issue.
We fixed
The
it.
issue is we can hear ourselves. But
Yeah.
I think it seems to be working now.
Yep.
Well, I've lowered the input volume to 50%.
Yep. You totally fixed it. It's working.
Okay.
Let's resume.
Hooray.
You sure?
Resuming. So you are led into this man's house. And it's circular in shape. Damn it.
No, it was fixed for a while.
Aaron, can you enable push to talk perhaps?
He doesn't have it installed on his computer. He's using a browser window. Push to talk only works when Discord is in focus.
Open. Does it work with the browser if the browser window is in focus?
It works when the browser window is in focus, but it means you can't watch us play in Roll20.
Actually,
Guys, tell you what, I'm going to mute myself unless I talk, okay?
Well-
How's this?
hold your horses. On Windows, if you go down to the taskbar and find an empty space where you can right-click on it, and then just do show windows side by side. Open both browser tabs in separate windows, and then view windows side by side, and then you can view both windows at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay, that's done.
still wouldn't be in focus.
Now focus on the Discord window, so you can still see the game window, but Discord window is in focus. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
I think us playing with the sensitivity just a little bit more is probably the best bet we've got.
Okay.
Yeah, try turning up your sensitivity again, Aaron.
Another
So it doesn't-
5 decibels, I would say. And then make sure Clint is turned down to about 75%.
or hell, even 50%.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm putting sensitive inputs.
Because if your sensitivity is too high when you speak, we're not going to be able to hear you because your microphone's not going to toggle on. If it's too low, even like a mouse farting will turn on your microphone and we'll hear everything. But the thing is, you turn it up a bit. Testing. Not hearing. You're not hearing myself.
Ahoy, matey.
Clint, give it a
How
go.
are we doing over here?
Testing. Any echo?
Turn down your volume to as low as is comfortable, Aaron. Like my volume's only up to about 25%.
Seemed to work, I think.
Yeah, but it seemed to work a minute ago, and then it went bad again. All right.
Testing.
Let's cross our fingers and move on.
Okay. All right. So he shows you into the house, and he takes you to a table. He's like, "Please sit," and he pulls out some chairs. Please sit.
Oh,
I'll get us some
spectacular.
ale. And he goes to the far wall and starts pouring some ale into large cups.
Spectacular. It's about time we got some decent service around this place. I really appreciate that you know how to treat a guest. They say as I
Of course.
slip a silver
I
piece.
wouldn't be a good mayor if I didn't.
He has a point there. Mayor does have to know how to treat people.
Got any food while you're at it?
Yes. I have some food prepared.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We've been on the road for quite some time.
How is stale bread and mushrooms? Does that sound good?
At this point, we will take what we can get.
Excellent. I have plenty of stale bread and mushrooms. And he makes a few plates. He's like, meat's running low, actually. What with the wolves killing everything and all, but I mean, maybe tomorrow night if you all can help us out with this problem.
What happened to your other stores? Are the wolves keeping you from your fields?
Not during the day. They only come out at night, and they just terrorize the entire town from all directions. And I want to tell you guys, they've been killing people every night, but I've been hearing rumors from some of my citizens. They claim that their children have been stolen, which is the oddest thing. They don't claim that they were killed, They claim that the wolves are taking them out into the forests.
That is very strange. Wait, so are the wolves breaking into people's homes?
You wouldn't believe what's going on. I mean, it's like they're dire wolves that just they can tear down through any normal door we have around here. I mean, only our reinforced doors can hold them back, and that's not even for long. You just have to hope that you're not the one that's attacked.
Oh, is this home safe? I must wonder.
We haven't had a problem this far in the center of town yet, but we can hear them howling at all hours of the night. And that's not the worst. Like, all of our animals, the food stocks, our cows, they've been acting strangely, and they've been acting like almost possessed, very aggressive. And I've never experienced weather like this as well. It's colder than I'll get out, and it's not even the mid part of summer, and it's frost. It's frosted here a few times. Can you believe that?
What time of year
It's
is it?
very odd.
Out of character. What time of year is it?
Summer.
Summer.
Thank you. Oh, that is odd indeed. I wonder if I've read anything about something like this before.
Let's see, which class are you?
Warlock.
All right, you can give me a history check.
Okay.
I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on Shannon Lefin.
Okay. Shanann, you can add a d6 to that roll if you would like to.
That would make it a 27, I believe.
Well, you have to
Only
roll
if
the
you roll a
d6.
6.
Oh, how does the inspiration skill work?
The Bardic Inspiration, you get to hold on to it for 10 minutes. You can choose to roll it after the fact, even. But you rolled well. I would just leave it.
Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll hold on to it.
Okay, so with that history check, you are aware that various magical circumstances, or even non-magical circumstances, like hurricanes coming in from the coast, can cause unseasonably cold weather. But from what you can tell, nothing like that is happening to this town. You're kind of at a loss.
Yes, I can't think of any kind of situation that I've read about or studied about that would cause these particular conditions. I mean, a hurricane perhaps might cause some weather conditions, but nothing like this. This is strange. Almost it's the only thing I can think of is it might be magical in nature, but that would make sense. It's just wolves.
Hurricane hasn't hit the Sword Coast in my lifetime, at the very least.
Oh, I'm simply saying it has the potential for causing such weather, but you're correct. I mean, there's no such weather patterns around here that would cause this. This is odd.
And the worst part of it all, I mean, as if wolves killing people and abducting children maybe isn't the worst part of all. At night, mists, they grow, they like attack the town in some fashion, if I can call it that. It's like the mist is alive, and the wolves use it for cover. They can hear us, they can smell us. I think they can even see us through it, but if the mist engulfs you, you'll be lucky to walk 5 feet in a straight line.
That's all a bunch of superstitious nonsense. Trust me, I'm well versed in the arcane arts, and there's no such magic as the kind you're describing.
Well, if it's not magical, then, well, let's just hope it goes away soon, because I'm not sure how much longer our town can take this.
Can I just inquire why there weren't traps set up? Mist or no mist, if a wolf sets foot in a bear trap, he'll stop the creature dead in his tracks.
We've left traps all over town, the outskirts, in the woods, on the roads.
But have you tried baiting them? I mean, I know you said meat was running scarce, but a bit of cheese, peanut butter, something.
I believe you're thinking of...
Don't tell me what I'm thinking of, Shannon.
Well, you're not going to catch a wolf with a vegetarian diet.
Everyone loves peanut butter. Everyone. Hands down.
Maybe you...
This is not open for discussion, Anda. Everyone loves peanut butter, except for those who are allergic and what hollow, empty lives they must lead.
Well, our town doesn't have much in the way of peanut butter.
What hollow, empty lives you must lead.
Yes. I mean, we just have to make do with our stale bread. By this time, he hands you all a plate of a few, tore off pieces of stale bread and various colored mushrooms and a few carrots here and there.
Oh, carrots! Yay!
So, has this weather also been affecting the harvest? In the middle of summer, you should have some things growing and better food stock. I notice you're rations seem to be fairly meager at this time of year. That's concerning.
The weather, the cold, it's killed all the crops. It's I don't know how we're gonna make it through winter. We're gonna have to get aid of some sort from one of the alliances. I can only hope.
This is indeed a problem. It's starting to seem like more than we initially thought.
So, I'm sure that we can find a way to repay you guys. And we do it handsomely. You'd be saviors of our town, please. Just, do you think you can help us?
Possibly. Has anyone tried tracking these creatures? I'm presuming, being wolves, they would leave some kind of prints behind.
Of course, they leave larger than maybe I've ever seen. And we've had our best hunters and trackers follow them out into the woods, but this is of course the day after, because no one goes out in the mist besides the wolves. And when we follow the tracks, they enter the forest to the east and they just disappear. Like they're very clear in one section, and then not 4 feet later they're just gone.
That is indeed strange. I don't think I've heard of a creature that can make its tracks disappear unless it uses a magic spell. The only incidents I know, the tracks can be easily erased. I wonder if the mist could be doing it.
Well, please, if you could find it in your souls to help us this night. Not very long from now, you'll be hearing screams and the wolves. They'll be attacking. Will you help us?
Well, we can certainly try. Do you know if these wolves always attack the same locations, or do they spread out and attack different locations and people?
They attack all over town.
So,
Everyone on the outskirts.
what you're telling me is that we are under assault from a large enemy, very amorphous, very dangerous. We're under assault by a presumptive enemy in an assumptive war against a imagined enemy that we can't see or even really be sure of, but are likely bloodthirsty wolves.
Well, we can be sure of them. We just can't be sure of perhaps where they come from.
How would
even
you
what they
propose
are.
we stop such a force?
Well, don't look at me. I'm not the adventurer. I mean, if I knew how to solve this problem, I would have done it already.
You know how you can solve it? Move.
Well, it may come to that yet. But we have a decent pot of gold here. We will pay you if you can get us out of the situation.
Very well.
I think we should at least investigate this. I mean, it does sound very mysterious, and even if it isn't wolves, it'd be interesting to find out exactly what the cause of this is.
So as you guys are talking, the sun has completely gone down, and the darkness is settling over the town. As of now, the temperature has dropped a few degrees, but it's eerily silent outside. The dogs that you saw, there's no barking, there's no growling, there's not even insects chirping.
It's quiet. Too quiet. I've always wanted to say that.
Are you
All right.
joking about this? People die every night, and you're sitting here making jokes about it.
And my lack of levity is going to somehow bring them back? My God, I didn't know. Let me immediately assume my most somber demeanor and my grimmest gaze.
Forgive our friend, but yes, at this moment, a bit of humor, I believe, is warranted to try to keep our spirits up, especially in the face
Exactly. I mean, you're worried
No,
it could be
no.
worse. It could be raining.
of strange mystery.
About mist, you're talking about silence. It could be worse. It could always be worse.
I
Suppose
wonder.
it could be.
Oh, so We saw the dogs as we were walking, and they looked odd. They had a strange look in their eyes. Do you know what that's about?
My
All of the
God.
beasts in the area have been acting strangely. I mean, even birds, deer, like any animal.
Those dogs were
bizarre. I can't explain it.
very clearly domesticated, though. I mean, likely whoever owns them simply brought them in. Or we could be dealing with dogs by day, but at night they turn into some sort of vile, horrible, murderous monster mutant mastiffs from Murder Mountain.
Werewolves, you're saying?
Yes.
It seems unlikely, but then again,
This reminds me of an epic tale. An epic tale. At night, by day, this man was a simple farmhand. Now, we could be just dealing with dogs, not men, but hear me out. At night, this man fought crime as a werewolf. Now, are all of the people who have been taken, are they criminals? Or suspected criminals?
No, of course not.
Damn, that would have made for an incredible story.
And as you all are talking, outside a storm starts to appear.
Oh, it's raining.
Rain opens up and you hear thunder and see flashes of light in the distance.
Well, then, I don't think we'll be seeing any mist with this rain going on.
So you said something about raining in there?
Yes, something of Ander, I believe.
What?
You had to bring a rain, did you?
No, hey.
Yes, Ander, I believe this is your fault.
Yes.
Not only am I stuck in this shitty town, now it's raining.
They smell bad. We'll be able to smell them coming. Quite rude to be talking foul about someone's village right in front of their face, you know.
Well, I mean, look. My God.
What was that?
You see,
Do you hear the bloodthirsty howls?
you see Carrick suddenly sit upright as he looks out the window. He's like, "It must be starting already."
Yes, we really will have to make sure that we handle this on a day when it's not quite so grim out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn in early.
Jack,
So
You don't even
these
want
people,
to see.
you really want to go to bed?
Well, I mean, look at the wall here around the mayor's house is pretty sturdy. I mean, I'm not terribly worried. And I mean, I suppose we could post a watch, but I was first watch last night, so I'm going to go ahead and turn in now. That's cool.
First watch? Lucky I stayed up late because you were asleep when I looked at you.
Well, that may have appeared that way to the untrained eye, but I'm an expert actor. You see, if someone was going to sneak up on us, I want them to think that we're not at watch. That way I could sneak up on them.
give us a deception check, Ander, or Jack, I mean.
Very well. Let's see. Ta-cha. And just a moment. Deception. Ta-cha.
Okay, Ander. You will give insight. You believe him wholeheartedly.
Well, okay, fine.
I'm often doing that, like almost every night.
But, you know, just maybe you should watch with your eyes open a little more. Maybe they're missing. But you're right. Now, you weren't snoring, so obviously. Yeah, but anyway, so howling wolves. Let's go. Let's get a wolf out.
Well, Mayor, is there a safe window I can look out of? Or are they all dangerous to look outside of?
Yes, there's a window right there next to the door. Help yourself.
All right, so I'm going to go over to the window and peek out just a little bit and see if I can see anything.
All right, give me a perception check and use the ruler to show which direction you're looking. The window is on this side of the house.
Okay. So it looked like since we have a large open space here. Oh, I didn't know I could draw. How do I undo that?
You can't. Only the GM can.
Oh, I was unaware that the drawing worked. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah,
give me a
since there's-
perception check.
Wide open space here. I'd like to look there. All right. Let's see here. And I'd
Okay.
like to add that D6 now.
Go for it. $13. So you look out the window, and besides the pouring rain and a few of the houses in the nearby vicinity, you don't see anything of note.
I will look to the north.
There is a wall.
Here, come to this window and see if you can see anything.
Okay.
I can see the houses and the ground in front of me very clearly, but I don't see.
Yes, yes. And why don't you, with your superior halfling sight, go and give it a look-see?
Well, Jack, why don't you come over here and see if you can see?
I'm fine right where I am. I've got old, failing eyes.
Oh, I'm sure your eyes are just fine.
So Ander looks out into the darkness.
I've got
He can see pretty much nothing.
I've got rain blindness. It's a real thing. It's a medical condition that I was born with.
As you all are talking, you start to hear pounding and slashing and more howling in the direction of the north. And Carrick stands up. He's like, "They're attacking already. Come, are you going to help?"
I suppose.
Well, we must find out where they're attacking from because I cannot see anything from this window. Do we have any extra torches? Or do you... Fellows, do you have torches that we can use? Although I don't know if a torch will even work so well.
Mr. Mayor, do you have an umbrella? It would be very uncomfortable to go out in this.
No, I don't have an umbrella.
Well, jeez.
You could probably climb the wall easily if it was dry. It's very cobbled, put together haphazardly. It'd be pretty easy climb. A little harder in the rain.
Very well. I suppose I'll be the one to lead the charge, then, brave soul that I am. I march out into the courtyard and make my way towards the exit of the mayor's compound.
Okay. Anyone following?
I stop after like a good 10 feet. Well, come on then. I'm not going out there by myself. I'm not insane.
I'll head out there as well.
My crossbow is loaded.
Everyone's going where I'm not going. My God.
I make sure everybody's out, and I slowly just get up and walk out.
Okay.
Like, following them, yeah.
So you hear the occasional howl, and I suppose you're going towards the sounds of combat.
Yes, let us go boldly forth, gentlemen. Hurry now. Step 2. It sounds like people are being murdered even as we speak.
Okay, so as you make your way north in the sounds of the fighting, you can hear claws scraping wood, bashing and bashing, and you hear howls. And as you get closer to the outside of the town, the temperature drops noticeably. And those of you with dark vision, as you look off to the north, you start to see a just impenetrable cloud of mist approaching the village.
I've heard of this. Air elemental spirits. They sink into your lungs, and I say as I pull my tunic up over my nose. It's a real thing. I'm just being cautious.
Can any of you see anything in this mess?
No, I told you I've got rain blindness.
As I hear all these sounds, I don't see where they're coming from yet.
So as you keep traveling north towards the sound of the fighting, you approach a house from the backside. You come around to the front where you stop a minute at the corner of the house, and you hear fighting just right next to you. You pop around the corner and you see this house. This house's front door is bashed in. The wooden door just like exploded into splinters. And inside the house, you see bloodstains. And there's a murdered old man, but nothing else of combat importance in the room.
It looks they've done it just as I predicted they would. They've killed the old duffer.
Well, who is they? That is the question.
What do you mean? Who is they? The wolves, of course. The crime-fighting werewolves.
I look to the north and see if the wolf. Can I see a wolf? Or any sign of their passage?
Give me a perception check.
Nope.
All you see is the cloud of mist. You can see it rises up into the darkness, and it's just encroaching ever closer. Go ahead, Shannon.
Yes, I wonder if he's completely dead. I run over. Action. I run over to him. Check.
Step aside. I'm a doctor.
All right. Well, hurry. Let's see if he can be saved or not.
Did they eat him, or they just appear to kill him?
Okay, so you guys look at the body as Jack tries to, nurse him back to health if possible.
I'm just checking his vitals.
Okay, you're checking his vitals. You reach down to his neck, and you think you feel a slight pulse there. And you're inspecting the front of his shirt and his arms and legs, and you don't see any apparent scratches on or anything. No signs of damage on the front of them, and yet there's blood everywhere.
He doesn't appear to be injured, but there's clearly blood everywhere. He
Back, perhaps?
he gave as good as he got at the very least.
Is he dead?
No, barely alive, I think.
Well, then we've got to stabilize him somehow.
I don't think there's much we can do for the old codger.
If he's still alive, he may have seen something.
Yes, I suppose. I reach under and flip him over. Prepare for something grisly as I flip the man over.
Okay, so you reach to his side, you grab his hip and shoulder, and you turn him over slowly. And as you do, just organs are spilling out the back of a giant carved-in hole in the back of his back. In between each shoulder blades and down to the hip, there's just nothing left. The spine is gone. Choice organs are missing. You see tears, but the digestive tract and everything is just spilling onto the floor.
God's blood! They've really done it. They've made quite possibly the most disgusting corpse I've ever seen.
What would do this?
Something sadistic, to be sure. Look, these wounds. There's not a lot eaten, from what I can tell. They did this out of pure cruelty.
Unless they've eaten his spine. Oh, I can't look at this much longer. This is gruesome. We need to find what did this. We need to help these people.
I'll come back in from being out. I report that I can't see anything. Holy shit!
You see just blood just pooling everywhere. Now that his corpse is not locking in his blood that's pulled in the organs on the back, it's just going all over the floor.
Oh, see, I don't see chat. Oh, roll 20 chat. Sorry.
What are you guys doing?
I'm trying not to look at the corpse while shakily whirling around with my crossbow. Damn rain blindness. It can be anywhere. You know what? Strangely, the howling comforts me. I mean, I can tell that it's far away from, the noise. Not hearing them, that's what's really freaking me right the hell out.
I've been standing at the front door looking out the whole time.
All right, give me a perception check. Names aren't working for me yet. Ander, what are you doing?
Saying I was gonna see if I can gauge by the howl. By the howl.
How close? Okay, give me as well a perception check. Galder, what are you looking for? Just keeping watch, basically?
Yeah, that's all I was doing, just keep watch.
Okay, and you are a dwarf, you have dark vision. So you can look around, and you have a keen eye on the lookout, and you don't see any movement, but the mist it's still coming in. At this point, it's about 75 feet away, and still moving slowly.
And it's coming closer?
Yes. Ander, what are you looking for?
I'm trying to see if I can gauge distance for how close the howls are.
Right. Okay. With the echoes off the buildings and the rain, muffling sound, you can't be sure. So inside this house, besides the corpse, you notice that there are 3 beds along one wall, and all of them look like they've been slept in very recently. There is blood along one of the beds that couldn't be from this man, and there is a smaller bed, that's the third one from the right. It looks like several children were sleeping there.
My God, they've taken the children. They're going to raise them as their own, as some sort of murderous wolfmen.
You may very well be right. We need to find these children.
It's the premise of my latest book and 3 of my screenplays.
Well, now you have another one. But if we don't find a resolution, I don't think you'll get many audiences.
As damn it, Galder is keeping watch. The mist is now within 50 feet.
My God, that mist is coming.
Is it getting colder as the mist gets closer?
Yes, in fact, at this point, you can all start to see the breath exhaling in front of your face.
Damn wolves! What in the sphincter of hell are you playing at? Get your asses out here! As I walk out onto the front lawn with my crossbow leveled at the mist. Come out and face me like a man, or like a wolf. Face me.
In here.
There
What would
is
they be doing?
no response to your shouts.
Can I see any tracks in the ground? That these
Give
creatures
me a
might have
survival
left?
check.
It's so rainy. I'm hoping they left some mud prints, but doubtful.
Galder is our resident survival expert.
I can't see anything in this
Maybe
rain.
Galder might want to help you as he notices you doing this.
I actually want to grab the body and throw it into the mist.
Yes,
What
that's
are you
it.
doing, man?
Feed the body to the mist. Besides, it's disgusting. At least get it out of eyesight.
It deserves a burial. Leave the poor man alone. Help me find some tracks. I can't see anything in this mud
You'll see
rain.
what the mist does.
His spirit has already returned to Dalur or whatever god he worships. What do we do with his remains is of little consequence. As long as he doesn't rise from the grave as some sort of horrific zombie.
So you pick up his corpse and start dragging it out along your shoulders, it leaving a small bloody trail in his wake. You go
I don't want to go right to the mist. I want to go maybe 5 feet in front of it and lay the body down and then back.
And let the mist engulf it in its own time.
Okay, so you go about 30 feet away from the house and you lay down the corpse and retreat back to the entrance. You can see, who is it? Shannon looking and trying to find tracks in the mud. And as you get back to everybody else, the mist on its ever-encroaching quest towards the center of town, it slowly engulfs the body inches and inches at a time. And within a few moments, you cannot see it any longer. My God, what is this mist?
All right. I say we all draw straws to see what happens when someone goes into the mist. I say as I pull out some straws.
Shannon, you
All
see...
back up into the house and close the door.
Shannon, you see several large tracks in the wolf canine category, and but there's such a mess of them that you just can't make heads or tails of them. But you do note that they are quite large.
These are no ordinary wolves. Look at these tracks, everyone. These are huge.
Hmm.
We find these wolves, and there's tracks everywhere. I was never any good at this tracking thing.
They're clearly cowards of the lowest order, relying on Mother Nature herself to cover their approach.
Yes, but it seems to have done a fairly good job unless somebody else can find a way to follow these. And hopefully before this mist gets here.
If someone wants to check, you might be able to find any tracks going off in the direction where they may have taken the children.
I guess I'll take a peek.
Right.
Give me a survival. Okay. So Golder takes a look outside, but the helmet he has on just slides forward over his eyes, and he just kind of grumbles and tries to clear it. Ander, you meanwhile are looking and trying to take in everything of note, and you can see, besides one pair of tracks coming in from the northwest and this direction, you can see tracks actually leaving the house covered in bloody footprints that's quickly washing away, going due north.
Alden, look! North!
And the mist is now within 10 feet of you guys.
I think maybe we should start heading north then and away from this mist. This does not bode well. Come, let's go.
Is it north into the mist?
Yes.
Oh. I'm confused by the direction of this town. Oh my goodness. Then how
I say, hear me out, people. The mist is clearly going to engulf the town. There's nothing we can do. We have two options. We can either barricade all the windows and doors here, or we can march out into the mist. I say we go with a tight back-to-back formation. Very little horseplay. We need to make sure we're keeping it tight. Now let's get in formation and get out there.
Then we better do it quick because the mist is upon us.
Very well. Galter, would you be so kind as to get the door for us?
You say this as you look at the shattered pieces of the door that can no longer possibly be of use anymore. And as everyone is staring around, looking at each other, the mist rolls over the house and into the house. Everyone gets a sudden chill down their spine, and your hair on your arms stands up. The hair on the back of your neck going on end. Everybody give me a perception check. Okay. Shannon and Galder are looking around the backside of the house, not taking anything of note in besides the fact that they can barely see the end of their hands if they stick it in front of their face. Jack and Ander, you, out of the corner of your eyes, you think you keep seeing black shapes moving in the mist.
My God, they're all around us.
Where are my companions? Can I still see them?
If they are farther than 10 feet away from you, you can only make out movement as the mist parts for them.
We attempted to stay close to each other.
Okay. Well, if you're doing the back-to-back thing, then you are all there together.
Yes, I think it might be wise, especially considering what happened to that poor man.
So,
the last thing we need is our back torn like that.
as you're all standing there, where are you exactly? In the house? Outside the house?
We were outside the house.
Yeah, we're outside the house now, back to back, looking around. Corellin preserve us. We're truly doomed.
So the mist has completely engulfed you. You can no longer even see the breath in front of your face as the mist is just... It's seeming like it's taking your sense of sight completely. You're all very cold. Some armor sticking to your pieces. Now everybody, even those who rolled lower previously, can see things darting in and out, not only on the ground to your sides, but also overhead.
What is this? I don't think I've ever read about anything like this before. Can the rest of you see these shapes?
What are you?
Well, who are you asking?
What are
Gentlemen,
you guys doing?
I know I haven't always been the nicest to you, but I have to say it's been moderately passable knowing you.
Pull it together, Jack. We're not dead yet. I don't foresee us dying anytime
We're
soon.
just hanging out here in the mist. Anything that wants to could just murder us. They took those children, and pretty soon they'll take us too.
Get it together, Jack. Come on. We're adventurers, for Christ's sake. We need to help this town.
Aaron is in the secret chat with Clint. He's a vile betrayer, out to murder us. My God. All right, whoever you are, whatever you are, get out here. Come out and face me. Nobody does this to me. Jack Ransom doesn't stand for this.
Okay, Jack, you fire in the direction I'm firing.
Aaron, give me a wisdom survival throw. Saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw?
Mhm. Okay, you know that beasts terrify you, and this thing you're seeing in the mist, you look left, you look right, you turn around thinking that the one might be coming from behind you as you hear a howl, and the next thing you know, you cannot see your compatriots any longer. The three of you, you see Ander turning back and forth. He takes just a single step, and he's gone.
Damn your eyes, Ander. Keep in formation. Ander, don't leave. I didn't mean what I said.
Can you hear us?
My God. Everyone. I know how this is going to look, but I turn out my pockets. Hold on to my pockets.
Hold his pocket.
Thank you. Thank you, Galder. You've always been a good friend. And like I said, I know I haven't always been the nicest to you, but when they kill you first, I won't let your sacrifice be in vain. I will use the time to get away.
As,
All right, Jack?
as you're all mumbling, go ahead, Sean.
All right, Jack. Give me your arm. We need to hold arms together at least. So we don't
I
get
need my
separated.
arms free for my crossbow and my handkerchief. Now hold my pocket, damn you.
You want to get separated? All right, hold on. Do I have time to take out some of my rope and put it around our waists? So we don't get separated?
Look, everyone else is holding my pocket. I don't see why you're being a stick in the mud. My God, Ander! That's Ander's voice in the darkness. Ander, can you hear me?
As you're all yelling to each other, you hear howls to the back, to the sides of you, all around.
I don't want to die. My God.
Going to die. Don't speak like that.
There's so much wine I haven't drank, so much women I haven't bedded.
And as you can see, black monstrosities 10 feet high coming in and darting in all directions. The sound of rain and thunder starts to recede. Mist still cold as ever.
Sorry to quick interrupt. Where did my cantrips go?
We're in the middle of a high octane situation, and now you're
Yes,
throwing.
I know, and I may need to do something.
Go to your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm on it, and I don't see. All I
What
see
would
is
you
my
like
two
to do?
regular spells. Well, I don't remember what cantrips I have. That's why I was trying to find them.
Hold on, I got this.
You are
I have
Shannon
all
looks
those, you
thin,
know.
right?
This is kind of like important.
I got you, man. Just give me just 1 second, and I will get a full list of all the ranger cantrips.
Ranger?
Oh yeah, you're not a ranger. What are you again? Warlock. You're a warlock. Eldritch Blast should be a cantrip that's on your list, but if it's not, let's see. Warlock spells, add cantrips. You've got Blade Ward, Booming Blade, Chill Touch, Create Bonfire, Eldritch Blast, Friends, Frostbite, Green Flame Blade, Lightning Lure, Mage Hand, Magic Stone, Minor Illusion.
Yes, but I'm only allowed to memorize 2 at level 1.
Well, you're allowed to know to.
I see you have Comprehend Languages and Armor of Agathis.
Those are my regular spells that I have. I also get 2 cantrips at level 1.
Thunderclap, Sword Burst, Poison Spray.
Okay, I know which 2 I had.
Which ones? Just tell Clint he can quickly import them for you.
Yeah, Chill Touch and Mage Hand.
There you go. Clint, can you make that happen?
Absolutely.
My God, there's a drow the size of a god standing in the middle of the town.
God. Well, it's something we could attack as part of this mist, it seems like.
No, I'm pointing it. I'm talking about your token. So is Anders still gone?
Yes.
We were back to back, right?
We were back to back. Shannon, are you holding my pocket? Out of character.
Okay. So you should have those in your list now. Well, would you like to do something with them, or did you pause this for no reason?
For no reason.
Sean,
Yes?
did you like to do something with one of your cantrips?
Yes, I want to cast armor on myself because I don't know what's going on. And
Alright.
I am not comfortable with this situation as is.
Go ahead and cast it.
Okay. So that it's just there and it'll last for 1 hour.
Click on it for me, so it'll paste it to chat. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, as you're all standing there, just looking in all directions, bewildered, you see the mist start to clear from directly above you. It starts to clear in all directions, going outward, slowly, but steadily. You look around, and you look down, and you notice that the ground that you're standing on isn't wet. In fact, it's dry and crunchy and looks dead. You look up as the mist clears, and you see trees that were not there. You were not near trees. There are trees in all directions. Some of them, most of them, completely dead. A few of them have leaves hanging on for the last bit of life.
I didn't think it could get any worse, but it has. This town has gotten even shittier since we've arrived.
Wait, are these even the same trees as were in the town?
Don't be ridiculous. We've only gone about 20 or 30 feet.
How can you tell?
Because I only took about 20 or 30 steps, and I was taking very small steps.
Yes, but do you see any buildings around here?
No, but I mean, I'm sure we'll find them. We just got sidetracked.
20 or 30 feet would have had us in the middle of the town square. I don't see anything like that around here.
We've only been here for a day. I doubt you're much of a cartographer yourself.
No, but I do remember the building we were by. It's only 20 or 30 feet from another building.
Shannon, I'm really getting tired of this know-it-all attitude you seem to always be wearing.
As you all are arguing amongst yourselves, Galder, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna kind of walk and to my right.
Okay, Galder, give me a perception check. Okay, Galder, in the direction of your movement off to the left, you just hear like heaving, like almost whimpering.
I'll head that way. And
Galder, where are you going? What are you
there's
doing?
something up here.
But Jesus, don't go. There's no Jesus. Well, God's blood, man. Don't go off on your own.
So you walk another 10 feet and look around the stump of a tree, and you are relieved. You see Ander there sitting down, just whimpering, just sobbing into his hands.
Ander?
What's going on, buddy?
Galder, go shake him a little bit. I say as I level my crossbow at him.
I pick him up and drop him around my shoulder. What you just do? Pick him up and just throw you over my shoulder.
I will.
You will what?
I think this.
Screaming in terror, I will grab for my dagger.
All right.
Nail everything.
I'm going to run up and attempt to slap him.
Okay, give me a d20 plus your dexterity. And Galder, what are you doing? Or not Galder.
Can I add my
Ander,
combat
what are you doing?
proficiency
You're
as well?
playing? No. Unless you are proficient in all simple weapons.
I am, bards are.
Well, then go ahead.
So +2 for a total of 20.
Okay. Uno momento.
Oh, damn it. They're down in the secrets channel again. They're plotting our demise. This isn't the real Ander. He's some sort of vile doppelganger betrayer.
May very well be right. They could be hiding in these mists.
Yeah, kill it.
I will explain that.
Go ahead.
So when you last tuned out, we had Ander screaming on the back of Galder.
Yes. You do hit Ander. You slap him in the face.
Ruination, Ander! Get a hold of yourself!
You weren't just Aiden. You have no idea. God, to be torn apart like that.
You're just fine. My God! Corellian, preserve us. You need to get a hold of yourself. There's no telling what sort of vile creatures around. I mean, we're clearly in some sort of nightmare. My God, that's what this is. It's a nightmare. Everything is fine.
I don't know if we can blame the mushrooms on this, but even if it is a nightmare, we should find a way out.
My God, the mushrooms, that goddamn mayor!
Galder, the more level-headed of you all, he points to his left. You all don't know what direction that may be, and he says, "There's a road."
And maybe it leads back to the village. We should certainly try. Is there anything else around here? I'm looking around the forest.
Okay, so you look around. Just all around you is just more dead bushes, dead trees, just more of dead land. Nothing green in sight. The sky, you look up, the sky is completely covered over in clouds. The only thing you see anywhere is a slight source of moonlight behind some of the clouds.
Is this the same foliage that was in the village?
No, the village was in proper health, if not some frost-damaged plants.
Is it at least warmer here?
It is warmer now that the mist has receded, but it is still unseasonably cold. It's like almost midwinter common temperatures.
So, Ander, I know you've completely lost your mind, but where's that extra blanket you promised?
Up, and I'm going to punch him.
You're cutting in and out, I think, due to your level of
Sensitivity. You might want to drop it just a bit. Just a skosh.
Just a bit.
Wait. Everyone be quiet for a moment.
I think he said he wished to strike me.
No, be quiet for a moment, fools. Listen. Can you hear anything?
I resent being called a fool, Shannon. My fooling days are over. I have dignity.
Those
Very
who
well.
wish to listen, give me a perception check.
Next time I have Andrew freaking out on my shoulder.
I spend too much time mumbling and chattering to actually listen for anything.
Aaron, please try and re-say what you were saying about hitting Jack.
You won't re-say what you were saying about hitting me if you know what's good for you.
Asked me for the blanket. I was gonna just look like very hard. I was just jumping right in. I was just eating, and you don't care. You are a worthless human being.
Now, Ander, there's no reason to get on with the personal attacks. You promised me the blanket, and I'm just asking you to make good on your promise. Besides, you're clearly fine. You're absolutely fine. Look at you. You've never looked better. You know, aside from that red mark on your face, I say you've never looked better.
So, Shannon, as you stick your ear out and try and hear as much as you can, you just hear the slight sound of insects, which was absent in the town, and you hear bats above you flapping, and you hear the sound of wind coming through the trees, but that's it.
Can you feel it's here? There's creatures at least around here. I hear insects and bats. It's so different from the village.
They were in the village. You just didn't look hard enough.
No, I clearly recall in the village it was silent, like a tomb, or like the basement of a library. This seems almost
So,
normal.
what are you guys doing? You following the road? You standing around?
Yeah, I think we should follow this road, see if we can make it back to the village somehow, or at least find shelter. What do you say?
Andrew, can I put you down now? Are you good?
Yeah.
I just like pop him to the ground. I guess we have to the road.
Okay.
Yeah, let's head down this road. See where it takes us.
So you
Does anybody have a map? Does anybody still have the map we used to get to the town?
The map was hardly reliable when we did recognize the terrain.
Yes, I know, but maybe it's worth taking a look at.
Yes, that's like saying that a meal that wasn't any good fresh is going to somehow be better cold.
The roads in town, were they just like mud roads, or did they have?
The roads in town were dirt, yes, mud when it rained.
All right, so this one's a dirt road too.
It is, but there's also gravel, and that was clearly absent in the town.
So does this road just end here where we ended up, or does it go in two directions?
Well, standing around here isn't going to get it solved any faster. Come on, let's step 2. It's freezing out here. I say as I draw the blanket.
Directions.
I say we go that way. And I turn and I start marching off one of the directions.
By the way, it is very dark outside. If people don't have dark vision, then they can't see more than 5 feet around them.
I'm going to light a torch.
Am I the only one with dark vision?
No. I can see in the dark. I simply prefer not to have avoidable, but in this case it seems we must. At least it's not raining here. Well, let's go. Jack seems to have an idea where we're going, so we'll follow him.
Right at 12, right on time.
Yep. Sure did.
Oh, his internet died.
Should be able to get back on his phone. Okay.
Just a moment. I'm actually contacting him. Granted, I spoke about this with him, so he should have it all well in hand. There he is.
Hey guys.
Good.
Hey, welcome back.
Fastest reboot in history. He's not on roll 20, I don't think, but he's still good to go.
I'm on my phone, so I can at least chat.
Good.
Yes, that's perfect. I like this. Give me a marching order, guys, as you're following the road.
I'm leading, obviously,
Right behind
following behind you.
and I've got a torch lit.
So Jack is in front. Who's behind Jack?
I'll be behind him since I can see in the dark. I don't know if Jack can. I
Um,
know we can't see when it's raining.
I'm going to unfurl a bit of rope and say, "Everyone, hold on to this rope with one hand. I want you all where I can see you. Don't trust the lot of you to stay focused and are following me for the life of you."
Okay, so it's Jack, then Shannon. Who's after that?
Me.
Galder and then Ander.
Galder, then the other guy.
Yep, the other guy. That guy.
That damn dude.
Okay. You can't hear us okay, correct, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I can hear you fine.
I'm glad. That's good. Okay, so as you're traveling onward down this road, you approach somewhat of a clearing as the trees give way on each side. There is a fallen log in the middle of the clearing and some rocks strewn about it.
Okay.
I proceed across the clearing.
Before you can run across the clearing, you hear more bats than what you've been hearing.
Oh, Bashaba.
cave nearby here?
And as you all are walking, slowly I might add, bats appear in all directions from around you.
Bats?
Bats, dear men. Swarms of bats. Flying
Bashaba,
bats.
maid of misfortune, Lady Doom, if you would spare me your ill will, I would gladly make a sacrifice in your name once a week. I would gladly sacrifice in your name just to spare me any of this trouble.
There will be no sacrifices today, Jack. Hold
You
steady.
all are not surprised as you can hear the bats clearly. They're quite loud. All right, you guys can move 5 feet in any direction as the bats swarm you. Go ahead and make your moves. Aaron, you are in the back, pretty much alone and by yourself. Would you like to move somewhere?
So we've got Jack, Galder, Shanann, and me, correct?
Yes, and you are last in line.
And the bats are coming down from behind me or in front of Jack?
They're
all around?
in all directions. Let's see, Jack is human. Jack, be quick. Someone has a torch, yes? He does have
Jack
a torch, he says.
Yes.
Golder, let me check your vision. You should be able to see. Golder, can you see?
Yeah, I can see pretty far.
Okay. Let me give...
Well, if they're coming towards us, I'll snap off a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
One.
Well, you will do that on your turn.
Okay, fine.
You guys, you can move 5 feet in any direction if you choose.
This mob, can we even tell where the bats are coming from or going to, or is it simply an endless?
You can tell they
cloud?
make up five swarms heading towards you.
I will try to move towards one of the logs or rock, whatever's closer, to get some cover from them
Okay, you can
after I make my shot.
that. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'm going to try to find cover somewhere, but keep in mind if any attack me, they may well be frozen.
I'm going to move 5 feet this direction.
Form up, we're surrounded. Bashaba, I wasn't kidding. I will make that sacrifice if you just spare me this indignation.
These rocks over here, does it seem like that might make a decent shelter, or is it simply a pile?
They're just strewn about rocks. A few of them are about, 6 to 8 feet large, but there's no shelter to be had there.
But
Okay,
it's something we can put our back against at least, so we're not surrounded. So
that is true. You could do that.
Yes, I'd like to move up there. May I?
No.
No. Okay.
On your turn, you can. As the first swarm of bats goes and attacks Ender. I'm like, why does the bats have rapiers? I had Ender selected.
This swarm of bats, each one has a rapier in its claws. Like,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
the whirling flame wall of bats.
Okay.
I'm going to use my reaction to impose disadvantage on that attack, since I have protection as my fighting style.
I believe you have to be within 5 feet of the swarm of the enemy.
5 feet.
A target other than you that's within 5 feet of you.
I thought I was targeting my ally.
Oh,
No, that's-
That would work if you were here or like here, or
yeah.
even here.
You have to be close.
within 5 feet of the friend and the enemy.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work. You don't have that much reach.
So this swarm comes down and engulfs little Aaron. Bats flying in all directions.
God.
He's able to just bat his little hands, keeping them away from his face. The next swarm of bats also comes down in Ender's direction, engulfing him and biting. He takes 8 piercing damage as they come at him from all sides.
Jesus Christ.
The next, Shannon LaFin, it is your turn as you see 2 swarms of bats practically engulf Ander such that you can almost not even see him anymore. What do you do?
Oh my god. Alright, I will move up and... Okay, so cantrips can be used, just when on your turn as an action?
Infinity times, yes. There are some cantrips that are actions, some that are bonus actions.
Alright, then I shall attempt to use Chill Touch on these bats.
Alright, link it.
Choose target. Okay.
On swarm of bats too. Excellent. So you reach out and you see ice cold magic go from your hand to the bats, and they take dum, 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 2 necrotic damage as you see 3 bats fall out of the swarm. Would you like to do anything else?
Let's see.
That's your action. You have a bonus action, perhaps.
I don't know what bonus actions. I don't think I have one unless I can do another cantrip, but I don't have any at-wills.
Okay.
So,
This
not
swarm
sure
of
that's
bats will close in as quickly as it can. It gets to there as it cannot go any farther. This swarm comes in charging from the right. It engulfs Jack as it makes its attack. The bites going all over his body, searching for his neck. He is able to fight them off.
As I shriek, "Ah! Ah! Ah!"
hang steady,
Ander.
Jack. We can defeat these.
I'm still
Ander, it's your
confused
turn.
as to why as I can't shield them.
Holy crap.
I would just picture as assuming my guy sticks his shield out in front of a person that's dead next to
That is exactly how it works. However, you need to be able to reach your foe and the guy. So basically, you need to be standing adjacent to not just your ally, but also the foe that you're trying to impose disadvantage on.
It doesn't say that. It says attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you.
Does it say that specifically?
Yeah, it says when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you.
It does.
I just position myself for it, but I'm just confused as to how why that.
I believe you have to be.
Clint, it does say, the wording is such that it does say that.
I mean, if you want to do it the other way, we'll do it the other way. I'm just confused as to why.
All right, if that's what it says, we can do that. Let's see which one hit him. It was the right. He had at disadvantage. They still had 15 and would have hit him anyway.
But the ruling is such that you can do so now, and it works like you think it did. So it wasn't for nothing.
We will go along with that. Ander, it is your turn. Bats are
Okay,
engulfing you. You have a friend to your left.
I do have a friend to my left. I will swing my sword at the one that is now that I have that we've essentially flanked. So
You
I
have
flank-
not flanked any of them.
Oh no, I have. That won't work. God, I don't know what to do here. I will. Okay, I'm going to swing on. Which one got hurt before? Is this one?
The one to the north, yes. The red dot.
Okay. I will. Okay, I'm going to swing the rapier on him. Damn. So
Okay.
9, because there obviously was not a sneak attack. And
Well, no, they have it. You have an ally within 5 feet of the enemy, so you do get damage.
I do get the bonus.
Right.
Damn, so 12. Nice.
As you do 12 piercing damage.
Nice.
If that's light and you have another weapon, I believe you can have another attack as a bonus action. Are you dual wielding?
Sure.
Are you dual wielding?
Normally I don't, but I wasn't planning on. I don't have the bonuses for it, but
If you're not dual wielding, then you can't do it.
no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't have been.
He's deciding whether he's doing so right now.
No, I wouldn't have been. I didn't even think about that.
All right, would you like to move?
Yes. I am going to dive like between, like right here. See if I can like get down just out of the swarm a little bit.
If you step away from them, you would take opportunity attacks.
Oh,
Hold position.
okay. I'll take a defensive stance.
Okay.
Okay. So, James, it's your turn.
Okay, I move.
You will take an opportunity attack if you do that. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, it is.
All right. They swarm you as you try to leave. They just don't connect. They're flying all around, running into each other.
As I rapidly just swing my crossbow back and forth in front of me to keep them away.
Yes.
These creatures are like flies everywhere.
All right, I'm going to cast Heroism on Ander.
Okay.
You're immune to being frightened, and you gain 10 hit points equal to my spellcasting mods, which is 3 at the moment, at the start of each of your turns for 10 turns.
Very good.
And then I will also, who goes after me? Galder?
Yes.
I'm going to use my bonus action to grant Bardic Inspiration to Ander as well.
Andrew. Okay.
Steady, Ben. Hold together.
And that's my turn.
You readying. That's Bardic Inspiration. Okay. Swarm of bats will charge in from the back. It'll engulf the dwarf trying to kill. Oh my gosh. They're trying to find a weak point in your armor, but they are unable to for all they're worth. Baldur, it is your turn.
Right, I'm just gonna attack the one that attacked me. Oh, I don't see what color it is. Like,
You should, once you hit the token action, you should just be able to click on the thing itself.
oh, I clicked on myself. All right, I got you.
Okay, so you swing your war pick at the swarm of bats, and you connect with quite a few of them on your downward pass. You do several piercing damage to the bat swarm. Anything else you'd like to do?
This is your turn.
All right, this swarm of bats will engulf Ander yet again. Biting. Okay, the bites swarm all over him, all his legs, his arm, his face, his neck, as they do 6 damage. Ander
I'm
falls unconscious to the ground.
He'll come back up next turn. At the start of his next
Swarm
turn.
of bats will engulf Lich. They will engulf Jack.
I'm
And
gonna use my reaction again.
excellent. With disadvantage, they are unable to do any permanent damage. Shannon, it's your turn.
Oh man, this is a mess. Ander, oh god, we've got to get him back up. I'm going to attack the bats that are directly above him right here.
All right.
I'm going to use Chill Touch again.
All right.
Touch is...
Okay. You let loose on the swarm of bats, doing another nasty bit of damage as bats just start falling out of the sky. Anything else for you?
Ander!
Okay. This swarm of bats will move in over here and will flank Jack Ransom and attack for +2.
How can he flank me?
These are swarms of bats. They can engulf any single person of size large or smaller.
Fine. I take 2 damage. Got it.
The next swarm of bats will flank Golder. Biting, looking for a piece of his armor. They're unable to form any lasting damage. Ender, please click your token and then click the token action death. Do not say anything about it.
Ander doesn't have to do that, actually. He recovers at the start of his turn. Oh, wait, did he take attack just now? Or is it his turn?
It was his turn.
Ander gets healed 3 temporary hit points at the start of every one of his turns, which would bring him back up. However, at the end of the spell's effect, the spell's healing is actually temporary, so he would go back to dying at the end of the spell's effect. It lasts 10 rounds. Okay. This is round 1.
All right.
So you're awake, but prone.
Andrew, you have 3 hit points. That is your spellcasting modifier, correct, Jack?
Correct. So you could die repeatedly.
Die repeatedly?
Because that's a great
I'll
way
stand
to
up and attack again.
All right.
You use that bardic inspiration.
I can't. What?
I said you can use that bardic inspiration even after the fact.
Out of character, do recall we do have regular inspiration.
Yeah, but you have to declare regular inspiration before you roll.
Yeah. No, you don't.
You don't?
No.
Thought you did.
You do not.
Huh.
Okay. I will use bardic inspiration. I'll use the bardic inspiration.
All right.
I'm going to save my regular inspiration. Gives me an extra 1d6.
Give me a d6 roll. There
14.
we go. Turn it into something a little respectable like.
Okay. You swing towards which one bats to? You swing towards them, and you do considerable damage, piercing through multiple of the bats as they fly around in the swarm. All right. This swarm of bats will...
Hold on. You skipped my turn because I
skipped your turn. James Ransom, go ahead.
I'm going to cast, hold on, Dissonant Whispers on that swarm of bats that was just about to go.
Okay.
I whisper a discordant melody that only the creature of my choice can hear, racking with terrible pain. Wisdom throw. It does save. You take half damage, 6 psychic damage, and you don't have to run away. I will now grant my final dose of bardic inspiration to... Who wants it? Call it. I grant it to Galder, since he's next.
That's probably the best idea.
Okay. Whoa. What just happened? -12. Thank you for working correctly. Okay, this swarm of bats will move, but not out of Galder's range, and it'll attack Shannon. You guys have the weirdest names.
It's D&D. What do you expect, good sir?
They swarm you, and you take 2 damage.
Very well, and they take 5.
Why?
Because I have my armor. Here, I will...
Oh, yes.
Memory.
Spectral. 5 temporary hit points. So you should be at 15 health.
Yep, I have temporary HP, but now I will drop it down by 2 points.
15. It should be at 13. Got it.
I've been using the temp HP field.
Gotcha.
Character sheet.
Let me use my half point. Takes 5 cold damage. Okay. The swarm takes 5 frost damage as you see several of them curl up and fall to the ground dead. Yes. Golder, it's your turn.
I want to attack the bats that were attacking Ender.
Okay. I will say that you can do that. Would you like to use your inspiration?
Do I lose it in my turn? I have it for 10 minutes, right?
Well, I'm referring to your DM inspiration. You have that all game until you use it.
I thought we had to use it in a manner in which it's
That's what I thought.
Any D20.
okay.
Alright, I'll use it then.
All right, roll again. We will not automatically take your 23. Okay, you bunch of cheaters. See the AC of my monsters. Every time you do that, change it back to setting, you will take 5 psychic damage. Anyway, so you attack the swarm of bats that has been attacking Ender since the beginning, and they take some piercing damage. You see several bats fall out of the sky. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's my turn.
All right, this swarm of bats that's attacking Ender will attack Ender.
Jesus. Oh my god.
He takes 4
And I
points
down again.
and becomes unconscious.
Oh my god.
This swarm of bats will attack James with with flanking. +2 to the attack. Okay. James takes 3 piercing damage as they find pieces to grab on his neck and his face. Shannon LaFay. Finn.
I'm sorry. Oh, Jack. All right. I shall once again chill touch these bats.
Damn, these token settings. Okay, which bats? The one that are attacking Ender?
Yes.
Excellent. So, you attack the bats with your chill touch. Several of them turn to ice balls and fall to the ground. This bat swarm has been dissipated.
Yes, Ender. I brought you some relief. Thank God. Now we can deal with the rest of these vile creatures.
All right. Can't even select the bats anymore. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
I stick one gun in my mouth. Vile
Alright.
tasting.
This swarm of bats will attack, Shannon.
I don't know the disadvantage on that one.
Excellent. With disadvantage, they miss him terribly. They're trying to get to him. Let's see, do they take 5 cold damage even if they miss?
If a creature hits you with a melee attack, so no. If they miss, they do not.
Excellent.
No.
This
not
swarm of bats
very
in the middle of everybody attacks. Gosh, this is such a melee. Attacks Jack Ransom with a +2. 13 is not enough.
I'm just repeatedly, furiously waving my crossbow back and forth, screaming,
Ander gains 3 hit points, but is prone. What would you like to do?
I will stand up and I will hit the purple one. That bastard.
Okay, give me a swing.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, your rapier, as if magic, shoots into the swarm. You pierce many on your blade as they take some damage.
We are having Batwing for dinner.
That was terrible.
I'm not sure how that might taste, but at this point,
Jack Ransom, it is your turn.
it's better than stale
Very
bread.
well, I am going to cast God, do I want to do that? I can grant advantage on all attacks for everyone, including our enemies. Should we go for it?
I don't know. This may not be the last thing to attack us tonight.
Okay, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers again on the one right here.
Excellent.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
So you whisper dissonantly. They are unsure of their hearing, but with their echolocation, they shriek in pain as this swarm dissipates and flies off, rambly, some falling to the ground as they leave the area.
Nice.
Very
Well
well.
done.
And
Less to worry about.
I'm out of Bardic Inspiration, so that's my turn.
Okay, Golder.
I'm going to hit Swarm that's right on top.
Okay. So you swing for the bats. You cleave through them as your war pick decapitates some and takes the wings off of others. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right. This swarm of bats will attack Jack Ransom again.
I'm going to shoot him this time.
Okay. With the 13 plus 2 is 15. They hit Jack Ransom for 7 piercing damage as they bite him at him from all sides.
There we go.
Shannon, it is your turn.
Jack, are you going to be all right?
By God, they've got me! They've got me!
Which swarm? Oh gosh, the two swarms left. I need to get this one off of me and then I can help you. Excuse me. I need some water. I'm sorry.
No dying, Cronus.
I'm trying not to die.
That's my
Real
job.
life warring game. Okay. Alright, that's better. So I'm going to chill touch the ones that are still harassing me. Actually, no. Since the other ones are in range. Can I touch these? The ones that are attacking?
Yes,
Jack?
they're all engulfed. They're all together, pretty much just on everybody. You can reach them.
It looks like there's one right in the middle of us too.
There is.
All right, I'm going to attack that one right in the middle there. Chill touch.
Okay, you reach forward to several bats. Yes,
It says
What?
it says I attacked Andrew.
that's fine. I know you did. Andrew takes 2 necrotic damage now. Several bats fall out of the sky. The swarm of bats above you will move around to Ander and attack.
Roar! Same one I hit before.
They... What? It's not your turn yet.
Oh, there's a dander. Oh, they're attacking me. Okay, never mind. I misunderstood. My apologies.
They're attacking you. And they do 3 piercing damage, knocking you unconscious once again. The swarm of bats in the middle will attack Jack Ransom with +2.
So is Andrew a paladin? I'm just wondering.
So Jack takes 6 piercing damage as the bats swarm him from all sides. He falls unconscious.
Oh crap! Oh, Jack!
Ander, you are back up with 3 HP, but you are still prone.
Stand up and attack.
Let's see.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
So you spend half of your movement to stand up and attack?
Yeah.
20. Okay. You pierce several more bats through the midsections, and they take several damage. Not as much as you would have hoped, though. Oh, Jack, select your token. Click the death thing and do not say anything about your results. Golder, it is your turn.
I'm going to attack the bats over Jack.
The ones in the middle or the ones to the right?
To the right.
Okay.
And I will add his bardic inspiration this time.
Excellent.
That'd be 6.
Yes.
Wah,
Okay.
wah.
With your roll of 11, you kind of clip a few wings, but not enough to do any permanent damage. This swarm of bats that was attacking him moves over here to you and will attack you with almost advantage, but not really. Trying to find a piece of armor and flesh to grab, but they fail. Shannon, it's your turn.
Once again, I attack the group in the center, trying to take them out.
Okay.
I shall use Chill Touch once again. There. Yes.
Excellent. You reach out with both hands, form a globe in between them, catch many of the bats, and they shrivel up and rot and fall to the ground. They take 9 necrotic damage. This swarm of bats that was over Ander will move over here, flanking. Shannon, they will attack with a 14. They do 7 piercing damage and take 5 cold damage as they attack his frost armor.
Ah! It got me. Ah! I don't know if I can take another bite like that.
These bats in the middle will attack Shannon. They know he's weakest. They pierce, they land, they get him in the eyes, the nose, the lips, as they do 7 piercing damage, and he falls to the ground unconscious. Okay, Ander, you are back up with 3. What do? You're prone.
I'm prone again? Oh, God, yeah, sure. Oh, man, I am.
Every time you die, you fall down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going. Son of a bitch. Oh, my God. All right, well, I will use half my movement, stand up, and attack. Half the party is on the ground, dying. I do believe I'm going to start dual wielding.
Okay, you attack with your rapier. The ones in the middle or the ones to the northwest?
The ones to the northwest.
Okay, you attack swinging in all directions. You catch bats here and there. You do some damage, but not as much as you'd hoped. Are you moving or doing anything else, Ander?
I will. I was having with 25, so half that's gonna be what? Call it round up 15 feet.
If you move, you will take 2 opportunity attacks.
Oh, then never mind. I'm good.
Okay. Jack Ransom, please press that death button. Do not tell anyone what happens. Galder, it's your turn.
If I do a medicine check, is that turn into an action?
That is a full action.
All right, then I'm going to. Can I tell which bat swarm looks the most?
Give me a perception check. Okay. With a swarm of bats just going in between everybody, just hundreds of them going in all directions, you cannot tell who is weakest.
I'm going to keep stacking them 11 seconds. It's just the bottom itself.
Okay. So you attack the bats with your war pick, catching a few through their midsections, tearing heads off. They take some damage. Alright, this swarm of bats will attack you with, damn, I keep wanting to say advantage, but with flanking. For 21, they finally find some pieces of your armor in your ankle, your fingers, and your neck. You take 3 piercing damage. Shannon, it's your turn.
I am on the ground.
Oh. Excellent. Hit that death button for me then. Do not tell anyone what you rolled. This swarm of bats will move around to Galder and attack, not with advantage. And they will hit, doing critical damage, landing on his nose, his lips tearing at flesh. He takes 5 damage. This swarm of bats in the middle will attack Ander, who somehow keeps getting up.
I'm gonna pose disadvantage on that one.
Roger that. With disadvantage, they're unable to finish him off. All right. Ander, let's see, you did not fall down, so you are actually up to 6 hit points for the first time ever.
Nice. And I will hit the last swarm left.
There's 3 left.
Oh, I'm seeing. Oh, there's a second one. Okay, I don't know which one I'm hitting. The one that's the purple one. Yep, hitting the purple.
Okay.
Oh,
You
okay.
connect with several bats, doing a decent amount of damage. You can tell the swarm is getting much lower. Jack Ransom, hit that little death button for me. Galder, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attack the purple bats.
Okay. You are unable to do any damage. You keep swinging and swinging, but there's so little of them left, they're avoiding all of your blows.
And I'm using my second one.
Okay. Excellent. Whoa.
Brutal.
Okay. This swarm of bats will move to the person that keeps getting up somehow.
Of course.
I'm going to take disadvantage on that one.
Okay.
Don't
will
they move
attack
out-
Ander.
Aren't they moving out of range of Galder there? Can he take an attack of that?
They are actually all swarming around each person. You are all within 5 feet of each other. They're actually not moving further. I just cannot. I need them slightly overlapped. If you know what I
Gotcha.
mean.
Completely get it.
Just to let
Continue. Pray thee.
So they will attack Ander with disadvantage for 15. They will connect with Ander for 2 piercing damage as he tries to fight to take them off. Ah. Shannon, hit that little death button for me. Alright. This swarm of bats, you can tell just a few of them are left compared to the other ones that are attacking, will fly around and attack Ander yet again. With a +2, it's 14. They hit Ander for 5 piercing damage.
But he's
Does the
still on
defender
his
win
feet.
ties?
What?
My AC is a 14. Does defender win on ties?
You got a meter beat AC.
Yes.
Oh,
So
meter
you-
beat. Okay.
Fall to the ground, unconscious.
Thought he had 6 HP.
He took some
Took 2
damage.
last round.
earlier.
Okay.
This swarm of bats in the middle will attack Galder, the last one standing. I think this is Bat Swarm 3. I can't tell.
See, Chris Monroe, what are you doing, man?
They hit you solidly as they're tearing flesh off of your ears, out of your cheeks. Take 9 piercing damage.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to die to the bats.
There goes that second wind.
First battle is going to be TPK.
We got this.
Ander, you come to life with a gasp. You have 3 hit points and you're on the ground prone. What do?
Take a guess. Stand up, have my movement, use the rapier on.
Choose carefully, my friend. Some are closer to death than others.
The one that's closest to death. Is the purple one still up? I can't tell.
Yeah, we haven't killed any.
Okay, I'm going to hit the purple one.
Let me find out which one the purple one
Ooh.
is. Okay. So with
Nice.
an attack of 14, you try and pierce the lowest swarm around. You do a considerable amount of damage as a few of them try to fly away, everyone starts swatting at them, and they get the few. Only one bat escapes.
Tonight I dine on
Jack Ransom,
buffalo sauce.
hit that button for me. Galder, what would you like to do?
Nat.
What's that?
Well, let me whisper it to you.
Galder, what would you like to do?
I am going to absorb it on the back side and it's with me.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I'm sorry, what? The warbats that are in between you.
Yeah.
Okay, you swing mightily several times, clipping some on each swing. They take several points of damage. You can tell they are thinning out. This swarm of bats. I believe Ander went down again, did he not?
Nope.
Yeah, he's got back. He stood back up.
Okay, this swarm of bats gets tired of this immortal-seeming foe of theirs, comes over to Galder and attacks.
God
They
damn.
hit him for 4 piercing damage, tearing at his throat, at his lips, at his nose, his flesh, his face is pockmarked and bleeding out of dozens of wounds.
They're messing
Shannon.
up the beard.
Hit that death button for me. Alright. Swarm of bats 3. Looking around. We'll move to this side and
Clint.
attack Ander.
Clint, did you read me?
Yes.
I get to go on that turn.
Oh, you did it on your turn. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me move you back.
All right. I rolled a nat 20. I come back to life with 1 hit point. And apparently a million red, whatever that is. Anywho. So I gasp awake. I roll to the side, and I cast Heroism on Galder.
All right, the link it, baby.
Yeah, sure. I have a much better spell, but there's friendly fire to consider.
Okay.
You feel you're immune to fear, and your health endlessly regenerates for a full minute.
All right. Since that's
Okay, that was my turn. And then fast forward to Galder being murdered. Is he up still, or is he down?
I think.
Galder, how
Are
much
you up
health?
still?
Yeah, we have 3 then.
Ander.
Ander.
Yes. All right. Which one? Well, I will. The orange one's right on top of me. I will attack the orange one.
Okay. Okay.
Hustler.
Take your rapier, slashing up, slashing down, slashing left, piercing, and you kill every last bat before they can leave your side.
Well done.
Let's see, you were already
No,
up, I believe, so you should have 6 hit points.
Yep. And I will move to flank the other swarm.
I'm not sure that's possible. Yeah, we'll say that's possible if you move over here.
Right.
All right, you have got
Okay,
flanking.
I'm going to move myself back, but I'm right there.
Okay.
I'm moving myself back, guys.
Go ahead and give us your swing. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, all right, I'll go again.
Jack, it's your turn.
I move. Oh, hold on. Right there. And I am going to make a medicine skill check to stabilize Shannon.
Okay, give me the medicine check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I don't have to declare advantage beforehand, you say?
You do not.
All right.
Excellent.
All right, you are stabilized. You can keep rolling to see if you can get a natural 20 and come back up and join us.
But until
Okay,
then, at
give
least you don't have to worry
me
about
one
death.
moment.
Am I down or am I up?
You are up on at the beginning of your turn. That's the end of my turn.
Alright, I decided to know if that heroism gave me 3 last turn when you used it. Because technically you used it last turn, right?
Yeah, I did use it last turn, so you would have had 3 hit points, which means you'd still be up.
Yeah, so I should be up.
Okay.
Clint,
So
we
yes.
arrived at a consensus real fast because technically I did cast it on my turn, which was before Galder's. He still has 3 hit points, 3 regular hit points left. So he's not down yet.
Roger that.
And I would also
your
set a
me-
separate counter for his heroism.
Your medicine check was able to stabilize Shannon. How do you say your name, damn it?
Yeah, Shannon is fine.
Shannon, as you patch up his wounds in the middle of combat. Yes, but he may have died before you even got to him. Galder, you have 6 hit points.
I'm going to
What would you like to
back
do?
to my warfare.
Okay. Okay, so you swing your war pick back and forth. You connect with several of them, cleaving and cleaving. Anything else for you?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. This swarm of bats will seek the one that looks the weakest. It finds and swarms. Jack,
Press disadvantage on that one.
excellent.
Yes, sir!
They fly into each other, hitting a few. Some step on the ground. Jack happily scrunches and squishes and chops. Shannon, you're okay. Nothing happens. But you gain another 3 hit points.
Oh, I am.
No, not you. Ander, it's your turn. Nothing happens.
I don't have any more spells to bestow heroism on you, Shannon, or I would.
It's okay. As long as we're attacking with the rapier and not doing very well.
Okay, you attack. You miss. You catch a few, but only wing them. Jack,
I'm going to let's see. Is there a penalty for using crossbow within 5 feet?
yes, you have disadvantage.
I'm going to swing my dueling cane.
Roger.
I do not have the roll for it, so I'm going to resort to a regular roll, which is garbage. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my inspiration.
Okay.
Also garbage.
What is your proficiencies and such?
+2.
Plus 2 total, so just 9.
Well, +2, +3, so +5 total. So 12 altogether to hit.
12. Excellent. You take your dueling cane, knocking a few of the bats into the heads, knocking them to the sides. They're very dizzy, you can tell.
Brutal.
Roll your damage.
4 damage.
Okay. Golder, it's your turn.
You gain 3 hit points, Golder.
Alright, I'm
You're up
going
to 9. What the
back
heck?
then.
Not plus 9.
back. Maybe it was a little bit.
Okay, you swing and swing. You connect with a few, but you can tell you don't do much damage. This swarm of bats will engulf Ander more cleanly. Not Ander. Jack more cleanly. They attack. They do 5 piercing damage to Jack as he falls once again to the ground, unconscious.
I let out the classic Wilhelm scream.
Alright, Ander, you gained your last 3 hit points as heroism fades. You are at full health.
Would he lose
Okay.
this?
Alright, try it again. Ugh.
Do you have inspiration still?
I do have inspiration, yes.
Would you like to use it?
Yes. So I reroll the attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You swing your rapier in all directions, catching bats. You do considerable amount of damage. You can tell you swatted tens of them out of the sky. Ander, as your turn ends.
And I collapse.
Yes.
Well, at the start of his
Jack.
next turn, but yeah.
Jack, hit that death button for me, please. Golder, what would you like to do?
Smack the grass on work pit.
All right.
There it comes underneath.
All right, you connect with some bats, knocking them down. Some fall to the ground. You squish them with your boots.
Come on, 12 hit points.
The swarm of bats will more fully engage you. The last two standing. They miss terribly. They cannot get those pockmarked cheeks on your faces any more ruined. Shannon is stable. Ander is stable but unconscious, I believe. Correct?
He drops to 0. I think he has to start rolling to save.
All right, Ander, hit that death button for me.
I did.
I mean, someone can make a medicine roll to stabilize him. He drowned until they get a better roll than 10. That or until he dies.
I would, but I'm gone now.
You're, each on every one of your turns that you can still roll to see if you get a 20.
I didn't get a chance on my last turn.
You should have. Roll it now.
No, he's stable. Once you're stable, you don't do any death saving throws.
Well, how does one eventually wake up from being stable?
You wait 1d4 hours. You can go ahead and roll that 1d4.
Oh, okay. I thought he just kept rolling until he got 20, and that's when he woke up.
Just roll 1d4, and in that many hours, I'll be back.
Yes. You after that many hours, you will have regained 1 hit point and become conscious. After 3 hours.
See you guys in 3 hours.
Oh my
I'll be over
goodness.
here taking a nap.
Okay. So Ander performs a miracle. He gasps to life with a single hit point.
You're kidding.
You are prone, Ander. What would you like to do?
As if Ander hasn't already gotten up enough this fight.
I know, right? Oh God. I will stand up. I can't just let someone else just sit there and get eaten alive. All right, so we got here 14.
Okay. You hit multiple of the bats. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Swinging and swinging, catching a few through the eye. They take this amount of damage. Anything else, Ander? Would you like to flee?
No, that's not promoted attack of opportunity.
Excellent. Jack, hit that death button for me. By the way, guys, if you're rolling these death saving throws, the only time you tell me what you rolled is if you get a 20. Galder, it is your turn.
That's
Alright, you flail uselessly as your war pick comes down and hits you in the shin armor. It doesn't do any damage, but you look suitably embarrassed.
useless.
This swarm of bats.
If they attack Ander, I'm going to put disadvantage.
That's an excellent idea. This swarm of bats will attack Ander
No.
with a disadvantage of 20. They do 3 piercing damage as Ander falls unconscious.
Again.
I'm going to lose this one once of bats. I can't hit him.
Ander,
Death
please
saving throw.
please hit a death saving throw for me. Jack, you as well. Golder,
I'm going to smack the bats again.
it's an epic showdown. You are swinging like high hell. You hit multiple bats. You do minimal damage. The bats attempt to swarm you ever again. They connect, doing 2 damage.
I don't even bother taking it off. I get it back.
Correct. That's a good point. Ander, death saving throw. Jack, death saving throw. Galder, you're at full health again. What would you like to do?
The bats again.
All right. Finally, you connect the bats solidly, swinging over and over again. At this point, you're so frustrated, you throw down your war pick. You reach out with your gauntlets and just start clapping in front of you as they come by. You squish 1, 2, 3. You bite. You tear wings off and just keep smacking and hitting and flailing in all directions. One of them attempts to run or fly off to the northeast. You take off your helmet and hurl it in that direction. You hit it in the head as it falls to the ground. Slowly stops moving. Okay. You have defeated all of your enemies, or so you think. What would you like to do, Galder, the only one standing?
Oh man, first of all, grab my helmet, and then I'm going to medicine check Jack because he's been down the longest.
Okay. Give me a medicine roll.
I mean, it's gonna go well or go poorly.
Okay. Uno momento, por favor.
And then I guess I'll try it.
All right, Ian. Have you stabilized before on your death saving throws, or have you died?
I'm dead.
Yes. Yes, I'm afraid that might have happened.
Yep. Not only am I dead, I actually have 4 death penalties because I rolled a 1 in my last one.
Let's tell the others.
Very well.
Okay, Galder, as you reach down and you start closing the wounds on Jack Ransom. You're closing his neck wounds, the face wounds. You're just trying to stop the bleeding as much as possible. You wait for a second you're like, wait a second. Have I seen him breathing? You reach down with your fingertips towards his neck. You try and attempt to find a pulse, and there is nothing there. Jack Ransom has passed away.
Wow.
Off to your left, you see Ander choking on blood, rolling in agony.
Well, I had the 8, so does he make a death save and then I roll again if I stabilize?
You can
yes,
make an attempt to stabilize him each round until he's either dead or saved.
Yes, so
Yeah,
Ander,
the
roll
8
another
for him.
death, and then roll another medicine, Galder. Okay, one moment.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Quite possibly the coolest character in all of D&D has just been murdered by bats.
By bats.
Was he a little stuck up? I mean, yeah, sure. Didn't make him
Give him character.
coolest character ever. It's fine.
Sorry, he didn't make another super cool character.
Oh boy.
Well, the full proficiency cover lasts for long.
All I can say is this
Okay.
does not bode well for the rest
Galder, you don't bother starting to seal his wounds yet as you check his corpse. You look to see if his mouth is open, to see if his chest is going up and down. You can tell his body, it's turning white. You frantically start giving CPR, as it's commonly known in the world. And you try and get his breathing back in check. You give him mouth to mouth, spitting the blood out to each side. You stop. His chest is not moving. And then Aaron gasps back to consciousness. Aaron, roll us a 1d4. Okay. Critical critical success, you will awaken with 1 hit point in 4 hours. Golder, you're on your knees as everybody around you is down and dying. And that is where we're going to end it tonight.
Well then, this does not bode well for the future.
It's just a tough campaign. We'll get through it.
Oh man.
1 player kill, 1 session.
Yep.
I thought the first one was going to be in Death House, but so these bats, they of course have damage resistance against almost everything since they're a swarm, and well, they're damn hard to fight, as you can tell.
Just a little. Oh,
It's actually a pretty low roll. It could have been as much as 8 or 9 of them, I think.
jeez. You would have had no chance. The campaign would have been over right there.
Oh, right. Actually, now that Jack reminds me, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Jack, Golder, after a minute of looking around just at your fallen comrades, you start to feel weary. You're like, what is happening? And then I think you realize that the magic that Jack cast is leaving your body.
Well, technically I should still be up.
Yeah,
He
he
would have casted it, and I had 4, which would give me 7. And
he
I
has
would've
real
lost
hit points
that,
left.
3 of that, yeah.
So you didn't actually fall unconscious.
No,
because you went back and had him go before me. Like he
Okay.
was, yeah. So I
which means
still
that
3
it
left.
took away from temp hit points, not real hit points, which left him with 3 real
Okay.
hit points remaining.
Yeah.
Excellent. You feel the magic fade. You drop to your knees, and you contemplate the fact that you are close to death along with your teammates. And that is it.
That would have been something to feel and die that way.
Oh, man.
Good game, people.
Poor Jack Ransom.
Yeah, I know.
Rough.
His was a tale told and it finished all too soon.
Alas.
Not the
Fair.
hero we deserved, but the hero we needed.
Fare thee well, Jack Ransom. We got through that fight because of me. Make no mistake.
It is all because of Jack Ransom, yes.
Heroism saved the day. My heroism.
That's true.
And I'm talking not talking the spell, I'm talking about real heroism.
Yes.
You did make one heck of a contribution, that's for sure.
Best healer IMO.
Oh my god. All right, guys. I gotta run. It's 1 a.m. I gotta run.
Yep.
Yeah, I should get to bed soon.
You say it's 1 a.m. like that's a surprise. We always finish at 1 a.m.
I know. I just say it.
Yep.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Later, Tater.
See you later.
Good night, everyone. Good game.
Right. See you guys later.
Good night.